Good morning, students. My name is Dr. Samuel Mutueledi, the coordinator in charge of examinations at the Digital School of Virtue and Open Learning. I would like to join my dean, Dr. George Onyango, in welcoming you to Digital School, Kenyatta University. I also need to recognize my fellow coordinators in charge, starting with the coordinator in charge of content development, Dr. Rhoda Gitonga, the coordinator in charge of teaching and quality assurance, Dr. Elizabeth Mwaniki, the coordinator in charge of continuing education program, Dr. Eric Masika, and the coordinator in charge of e-learning, Dr. Maina Muro. So feel welcome to Digital School, and I know we are going to support you so that you should be able to accomplish your studies within the time period. If it is for a degree course, within 3.5 years. For masters, 2 years, diploma, a year, or 1.5 years, you'll be able to finish your course. Now, the examination department, I'm assisted by Dr. Albert Kariuki, who is in charge, who is a coordinator in charge of examinations. We also have administrative assistant, Madam Esther Gitogu, and we have the secretary, examinations department, that is Madam Pamela Nandwa, and then we have Mr. James Murage, who is our exams clerk. Our office lines are as indicated. You can reach us working days, Monday to Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. The phone lines will be operational. The lines will also be operational during the Saturdays and Sundays, only when we have sitting cards and exams administration taking place. Don't call us, don't use the numbers during public holidays, because for obvious reasons, we will not be in the offices to receive them. The email address, disvolcode-exams@ku.ac.ke is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you can send your inquiries, your comments, whatever need you may have, which you want us to get our attention. You can use the email address and it will reach us, and we'll be able to respond to your queries. Our core mandate is to enforce existing university policies and regulations on sitting cards and examination administration with reference to the following groups. The invigilators are usually the unit facilitators. The lecturers will be teaching you, or will be the ones you'll be meeting online during facilitation, during learning. Those ones will be the chief invigilators of the units, of the exams and the cards, and also to make sure that students adhere to the laid down examination rules and regulations, either locally or in foreign countries. And we are going to say more about students taking exams and cards outside the country. Our ultimate goal is to safeguard the quality, security, and integrity of the university examination administration process at all stages, right from setting of the cards at the departments by the lecturers to the point of packaging of those exams and cards, up to the point of moderating those examination items, up to the stage of administration of the exams in the various venues as indicated in the timetable, and also at the stage of marking those exams after they have been done by students. Our goal is to make sure that that system is foolproof. There is no leakage at whatever stage. And that is the ultimate goal of my department to administer credible sitting cards and examinations for digital school students. Assessments, there will be three main forms of assessments, which include: one, there will be an online assignment; two, there will be a sitting card, which can be either offline or online; then finally, there will be the end of trimester examinations. The online assignment, this will be a function of the unit facilitator. By the time you complete your semester learning, the unit lecturer will make arrangements for students to sit or to submit their online assignment. It is the duty of the student to make sure that the online assignment, as advised by the lecturer, is submitted before deadline, because if the deadline is gone, then you lose your assignment mark. The unit lecturer will provide information in terms of the deadline for the online assignment and other details such as the mode of submission, whether you submit as an individual or it's a group assignment. The lecturer will also advise on the total score of that assignment. So overall, what I need you to know is that online assignments are part of the university exams. So you need to take them seriously. If cheating is detected with regard to online assignment, then the repercussions are not good. In fact, the rule says it's discontinuation in case cheating is detected. Remember, our lecturers have been empowered to use the Turnitin program, which checks the similarity index of one assignment to the other. So if it is found that your assignment is similar to the one submitted by your colleagues, by your students who are a semester ahead, or a student in another university all over the world, it doesn't matter where, then it can lead you to discontinuation. So take note, online assignments are taken as serious as the sitting cards, the end of trimester exams, and any other form assessment which you are likely to do throughout the course. The sitting cards, I would like to talk about the offline sitting cards. Why offline? Because you'll be expected to present yourself physically in our regional centers, and the cards will be administered to you the way you know, the way you have always done exams. You have done KCPE, you have done KCSE, you have also done professional examinations, CASNEB, and so on. You present yourself in the exam room, then the chief invigilator comes with the materials, the answer sheets, the question papers. You are only required maybe to have the pen and maybe the calculator as may be required. So this one is not going to come to you through the tablet, is not going to come to you through the smartphone or the laptop or the desktop. You have to present yourself physically in the centers. For example, the students registered in our city regional center, Nairobi City Regional Center, you'll take your cards from KU main campus, not in the city. And I want you to take note. When you look at the program of schedule of activities for digital school students, you'll realize that the cards will take place over the weekend, a Saturday, then a Sunday. That day, those 2 days, you'll be expected to present yourself in KU main campus. The venues you'll see indicated against the final sitting cards timetable or exams timetable for students in Nairobi City campus. Those venues are in KU main campus, not in city. And I want to insist, I want to emphasize that students registered in Nairobi City campus or regional center, your cards and examinations will take place in KU main campus. For students registered in Embu Regional Center, Nakuru Regional Center, Kisumu, Garissa, Mombasa, Dadaab, and Kakuma, you'll do your cards and examinations in your center the way you have registered. If you are in Garissa, wait for your cards and exams in Garissa, and we'll have your papers available, and you'll do your exams as scheduled. Students outside the country, if you are outside Kenya, maybe you are in Kampala, Uganda, Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, Juba, Southern Sudan, Khartoum, Sudan, Luanda, Angola, Beijing, China. You let us know, and we will make arrangements for you to sit the cards and examinations at the respective Kenyan embassy or Kenya High Commission or Consular General for students in Dubai. So, and for students in Somalia, we have a very active center in Kismayu University. So you'll make arrangements to sit for your cards and exams at Kismayu University. What do you need to know about the sitting cards? First thing is university examination rules and regulations apply. You'll be required to have the student ID and any other document which may be required by the chief invigilator, a document which you can use to authenticate that you are actually our student and not somebody else. Students will be required to avail themselves personally in the sitting cards administration centers, and these ones will take place, like I've said in the previous slide, in our various regional centers, including KU main campus and in the various embassies, Kenyan embassies, as per the request of the student. We normally release a provisional timetable. It's normally uploaded in the Digital School and Kenyatta University website at least a month to the time of the scheduled for the cards and examinations. The reason why we release the provisional timetable is because we want students, we want you, the candidate, the student, the examinee, to confirm that the units you have registered for in the relevant trimester have been properly captured in that timetable, or to make sure that if there are clashing units, like you have registered for BBA 1 or 2, if you realize BBA 1 or 2 is clashing with BSc 100, then you are supposed to let us know through the email address, which I gave in slide number 2 of this presentation. Also, you also need to know that once we effect the corrections which you have raised, we normally release the final sitting cards and exams timetable. This is normally 2 weeks before the time scheduled for the cards and also the time scheduled for the exams. And this is the timetable which we use to administer exams or to administer cards. So don't rely on the provisional timetable to do your cards or to do your exams. I advise you and I emphasize, always get to view the final timetable from the Digital School website and the Kenyatta University website. I want to discourage you highly from using timetables which have been forwarded to WhatsApp groups, because I've seen situations where students send the wrong timetable and you end up missing cards and exams. So my advice is always go to our website and get the final timetable 2 weeks before the start of the cards and the examination. I think I've said about the timings for the cards, the final cards timetable, and also the fact that the cards will be given in accordance with the final timetables. Sitting cards and examination administration at foreign embassies, the student is expected to seek approval from the Office of Registrar Academic Affairs using the email address which is provided. And I want to encourage you, as you write to the Office of Registrar Academic, also let my office know in good time. And this is normally immediately after you register for the units. Let my office know, so that now we can start the process of getting the relevant approvals from the academic division, that is DVC Academic, all the way to the CS Foreign Affairs, then to the ambassador in the embassy where you want to do the exams from. So it is not a one-day affair to get those approvals. It's a process. So tell us at least a month before the time scheduled for the CAS and exams. Then we'll be able to do our best. If it happens that you travel to a country where we do not have Kenyan embassy, then let us know. Then we'll discuss on the ways on how you can do your CATs and examinations. So anything to do with any queries to do with your CATs and exams, you should always forward them to the Digital School Exams Office, and not to the embassy staff. The embassy staff, they normally communicate to us, then we relay the same information to students, but not the other way around, where students now communicate to embassy staff, then they are getting back to us. We encourage you to seek clarification always from my office. What happens if a student is unable to sit for CATs? I want to start by saying that university examinations, that is sitting CATs and end of trimester exams, take precedence over any engagement that a student may have. As you make your plans, always consult our schedule of activities so that your wedding or your other important days do not now collide with the sitting CAS and exams. In such events, when you miss CAS and exams, you fail. And when you fail all the units registered for in a given trimester, then you are discontinued on academic grounds. So we encourage students always to prepare and be ready to sit for CATs and exams as scheduled. Now, we know we are human beings. There are issues which go beyond humanity and which we have no control of. For example, there could be an issue of the loss of a loved one. If it happens, and I pray it doesn't happen to any one of us, then you are supposed to write to the Office of Registrar Academic and then request for makeup cards or special cards. And that's a reason which the university is likely to consider as a good reason for a student to sit for alternative cards. Let's say you fall sick, you are admitted in the hospital. That's also another reason which the Senate can consider to be a good reason for a student to be allowed to sit for cards, for makeup cards and special exams, or to be awarded incomplete results. So there are those few cases where the registrar academic or the university senate will approve for a student to be given alternative cards, but not all reasons. Because you are attending a wedding, or because of you are coming to do the cars and the car broke down, you misread the timetable, you missed the dates for the cars and exams, those excuses will not be acceptable. But you are always encouraged, if you miss cards and exams for whatever reason, let the registrar academic know and you'll be advised accordingly. Online sitting cards, these ones will be given as per the advice of the university management. When the time comes and it's allowed, then we'll brief students accordingly. We'll train students accordingly on what is expected. End of trimester examinations requirements, you have to have registered for all the units in the relevant trimester. You also need to collect your examination card. The examination card bears your name, your registration number, and all the units registered in that particular trimester. The rule of the university is no student is allowed to sit for exams without an examination card. That is the rule of thumb when it comes to examination. Student ID must be produced as a form of identification and any other document that the chief invigilator may require, maybe your national ID or whatever other form of identification, driving license, and so on. But for us as a university, the most important documents is the examination card, the student ID. Those two are non-negotiable when it comes to sitting of exams. You have to produce them. If you don't have them, then you need to get a letter from the Office of Registrar Academics explaining why you don't have those documents. What is a retake? These are terminologies you come across throughout your course. A retake is awarded to a student who fails, undergraduate student who fails to get the pass mark, which is 40 marks and above. If you do online assignment, you do the cards, and you do the end of trimester examination, and your total score is 39 and below, then your grade is a retake. You get a grade E, which translates to a retake, and a retake means you register for the unit again in the next relevant trimester, do the online assignments, do the cards, do the exams, and you'll be graded again. You pay for it. It's part of the fees you pay. You have to go back to class. You have to participate in the chats, online facilitation, discussion forums, everything. You retake that unit afresh. What about incomplete results? Incomplete results are awarded to undergraduate students who, for one reason or another, reasons which are acceptable to the Senate, they could not do the end of trimester exams. Maybe because they were sick, they were admitted in the hospital, you did the online assignment, you did participated in the discussion forums, you did the sit-in cards. So the continuous assessments, you have done them, all of them. Then something happens and you are not able to sit for the final exam. That is the time now you apply to the Registrar Academics and then request for incomplete results, meaning that you want to do the exam in the next relevant trimester so that you are able to complete your course, your exams. Then special exams, these ones are available to certificate, diploma, and postgraduate students who could not sit for end of trimester exams, but they have done the continuous assessments, that is the cards, the online assignments, the discussion forums, the quizzes. And because of one or two reasons, the reasons which are acceptable to the Senate, because of one of those reasons, maybe you are unwell, like what I've said for undergraduates, you did not do exams, then you request for special exams. You request for special exams. Incomplete results and special exams, they are normally free. You don't pay for them. Unlike the retake and the supplementary examinations, these ones are taken by certificate, diploma, and postgraduate students. That is postgraduate diploma students and master students. If you fail the unit, pass mark for master students is 50 and above, as well as postgraduate diploma in education, pass mark is 50 and above. Suppose you get 49 and below, you fail in that unit. Once you fail, you sit for supplementary exams. For certificate and diploma, your pass mark is 40 and above. Suppose you get that 9 and below, you fail that unit. Once you fail that unit, then you register for supplementary exams. And when you register for supplementary exams, it doesn't mean you go back to class. No, you pay 2,500 per unit for certificate and diploma students, 7,500 per unit for postgraduate students, then you'll only come to do the exams at the dates which will be communicated by the university, and these dates are traditionally in May and September of every calendar year. Once you fail a supplementary exam, then you are discontinued on academic grounds. So supplementary exams are to be passed. Once you fail, you'll be discontinued. Once you fail 3 or more units in a trimester and you are a certificate diploma, master student, postgraduate diploma, you fail more than 3 units in a trimester, you are also discontinued on academic grounds. So similarly to undergraduate students, if you retake a unit more than 3 times, you fail a unit 3 times, then you'll be discontinued on academic grounds. So more of those regulations are available in the student handbook, which is on the Digital School website, and which is also available through our Kusoma platform. Examination irregularities. The university takes the issues of examinations integrity and security seriously. I don't want to talk more about this. You have been through the education system. You know how the government is taking KCP and KCSE seriously. The issues of cheating, the issues of security of exams are core. Similarly, in this university, that's the way it is. No cheating. Our motto is zero cheating in exams and sitting cards. When you cheat, when you are caught cheating, the verdict is number one, discontinue on academic grounds. Verdict number 2, refer to verdict number 1, which says if you are forgotten, discontinuation on academic grounds. So that one is not negotiable. Of course, you'll go through the process of the students' disciplinary committee, but you know the outcome. Involvement in academic dishonesty or examination cheating will automatically lead to discontinuation from studying at Kenyatta University. There are many forms of examination irregularities. The most common with digital school students is the mobile phone, having the mobile phone in the examination room. I'm well aware that if someone calls you through the phone during the exam or the sitting cards administration process, you don't intend to pick that call. You don't intend to respond to a WhatsApp message. So why do you have the phone? We can only assume one thing, that the reason why the phone is in that exam room is that because you wanted, the student was planning to use it to cheat in the exams. Of course, you don't have the phone, like I said, to receive calls when you are doing exams. So why is it there in the first place? So let's avoid having phones in the exam room, whether switched off, whether flight mode, whether you are charging the phone. The rule says that gadget is not allowed in the examination room. There are many other forms of cheating, impersonation, where you ask your colleagues who are a semester ahead of you to come and help you sit for the exam. Having the examination room unauthorized written notes, Makenyas, and so on. Most of these rooms where you do exams from, they have CCTV coverage, so we can always replay the footage at our convenience. We also have enough examination chief invigilators and assistant invigilators in one room, just to make sure cheating does not take place. I urge you, you resist that temptation to cheat, because we would like to attend your graduation ceremonies at your graduation party and ceremonies at the end of this course. But one way which will prevent us from doing so is if you are involved in examination cheating. For more details about the various examination forms of exam irregularities, visit our digital school website, more specifically the student handbook, and then get to know the area of examinations, get to know about the various forms of exam malpractice, which I want to advise and emphasize. Let us resist that temptation. The location of our offices, if you happen to be in Kenyatta University Kenyatta University main campus, we are located at the College of Education building, that floor, room 304, 307, 320, and 321. Feel free to visit us anytime we are in main campus. And for any inquiries about issues to do with the online assignments, the sitting cards and examinations, feel free to call the numbers which we showed in the second slide of this presentation. Feel free also to reach out to your regional center coordinators, like in Nairobi City, we have a regional coordinator, Dr. Rono. We have a regional coordinator in Nakuru, Mr. Albert Chepkwony. We have Madam Margaret Kokumu in Kisumu. We have Mr. Mohamed in Garissa. We have Dr. Mwairuba in Mombasa. In Dadaab, we have the KU Dadaab Center, which is headed by Dr. Priscilla Degwa, assisted by Dr. Oko. So reach out to those people. Their numbers are in our digital school website. So you can also reach the regional coordinators for help. And my office will always be ready to assist you at any given time. And we can assure you, for the units you have registered for you do the cards, you do the examinations. Parting shot is the Digital School Examination Department wishes you the very best in all the assessments you'll ever undertake in the entire study period in Kenyatta University, and more specifically in the digital school. We look forward to attend your graduation party after successful completion of your courses. Goodbye and God bless you. Thank you.